Good morning, everyone. It's Jean Brittingham at Captain Stitches. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, I tell you, I was getting ready for this, and my other devices did not want to pick up my Wi Fi. So I am going to have to try and follow the chat on my laptop. That is too far away to see, so I will do the best that I can. And I apologize if I miss anybody and if I go like this once in a while. But anyway, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Hello, Beverly. Welcome, welcome. Good morning, Melody. Thank you for joining me. I am going to try to be working on my big stitch quilting project that I have here. I'm going to try and turn that light away just a little bit. It's giving you a little bit of a glare, I think. But it just makes the one side of my face shiny. I think we're all right. But anyway, good morning, Sarah. Good morning, Sandra. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully, I will be able to see all the way across there. I was connecting my tablet and it just kept going round and round and round and round and would not connect to the Wi-Fi. So we will make do with what we have. But I'm just going to stitch along this morning on a big stitch project that I have going. It's actually going to be the section for a sewing tote that I am making. It's supposed to be primitive, but instead of doing it in primitive style, I decided that I wanted it, of course, to match my cottage because I'm going to be using it for the, sorry about the noise, for the projects that I'm working on in my cottage and leaving it in here. So I will show you a quick the front of the pattern, take it out so it doesn't glare, but it is this pattern with the embroidery on it. And of course I can't see around it to see if I'm getting a good view in, but that is what I am working on. The actual, what you see, the brown part behind, this is my colorful part of that instead. So that is what I am making, and that is the base for making the tote itself. And then all the embroidery is going to be out of this pink fabric instead of a beige fabric that they show. And I will be using turquoise, pink, yellow flosses, I think, for the majority of my embroidery. Let me see who else is here. Let me catch up. Hello, Debbie. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Polly. Hello, Charlotte. Hello, Deb Somerville. I think I have everyone. Good morning, Yo Patty G. I think I'm caught up on everyone. Hope I haven't missed anyone. But I haven't actually worked on this project for a while. So good morning, Lorraine. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, so we'll see. And I didn't warm up because I didn't have time this morning because I was getting ready with everything else. I'm not used to making big stitches, so that's a little hard for me to do. Good morning, Teresa. Thank you for popping in and joining also. But I'm used to making tiny stitches, so to do big stitch quilting, I really have to force myself to be able to make those stitches. But I can do it. I can force myself. I miss Terry. Good morning, Terry. How'd you pop in there in the middle? It's on my laptop. It's such a dark blue that sometimes I miss my moderators. Sorry about that. But good morning, good morning. So what are you all working on today or getting ready to work on? What beverage might you be drinking as we chat along? I've got my coffee with my favorite creamer, which seems to be right now the white chocolate raspberry. And I can see my stitches are a little smaller than the other ones, but as I go along, I will get them correct. Thank you for dropping the links for Sarah Beverly. But yeah, this is going to be, when I get it finished, it's going to be a very cute project tote, I hope. And I'm also going to make a little sewing book to go along in it to hold the items that I need on projects that I'm working on. And I also have a needle minder up here. I don't know if you can see that, but it is a little bicycle. One of Beverly McCullough's. She has really, really cute. Wow, that stitch was too small. You notice I don't take them out, though. It's just, okay, we will make the next one bigger. But not quite as big as what my needle just slipped through there. When you're doing big stitch quilting, what it is the stitch length is supposed to be 1/4 inch, and then you're supposed to have 1/8 of an inch in between each one of those stitches. So that is what you are striving for when you do big stitch quilting. And I use crochet thread, and I use a size 10. And what I do is, when you take the label off there and you're always wondering, because then you have to think about, good morning, Kathy. Boy, that chat is going by fast. Oh, so hopefully, if anybody is asking a question, Sarah says she will be starting to do a deep clean in her house today. Good morning, June. Hello, everyone. Hello, Kathy. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for dropping the links. Terry is out of sorts this morning. Okay, I'm a little out of sorts this morning too, I think. Everybody's saying hello to everyone. Okay, but the way that I keep track of remembering what size my crochet thread is when you take the label off, I fold it up and I stick it down in the middle, and it stays in there. It doesn't fall out, so that I can always check and see what it is. But the thread that I am using on this project is Artiste. I know it's from Hobby Lobby. That's where I got it. And it's 100% mercerized Egyptian cotton. 350 yards on this cone. And it is number 10 crochet cotton. You want to use a very thin crochet cotton. Otherwise, you will definitely have a problem getting it through your needle. Good morning, Tracy. Welcome. What kind of needle would you recommend for this type of stitching? It's actually a big stitch, which there is no big stitch needle per se, and I don't have it. I'll drop it in the link after this, but there is a woman, I think it's Pepper Cory. Don't quote me on that. I will drop for sure what it is in the description box after this live is over. But she has a little kit-like thing that you can get, that she puts some needles and some stuff in and some instructions for big stitch quilting. But basically, whatever is comfortable for you, that is, it's not the same as for hand quilting. It's a longer needle, a thicker needle, and one that has which let me get this stitch through here. One that has, I don't want to unthread it right now, but a large enough eye at the needle so that you will be able to get your thicker thread. It's not thread, it's the crochet cotton, but be able to thread it through there. So I will list a little bit more information about that, Sarah, exactly what I am using in the description box. But good question. Thank you for asking. And Debbie says she is finishing sewing the rows of the Veterans Flag quilt. Awesome, awesome. I use crewel needles and sulky thread. Yeah, I suppose you could, but that would be really, for me, it would be really hard to get through because crewel needles have a blunt end instead of a sharp end. So I still use one with a sharp end on it instead, Kelly, so that it's easier to get through all the layers. I mean, we're going through, 2 layers of cotton plus the batting. So, yeah, I use one with a sharp point instead of a crewel needle that has a blunt end on the needle. But anything that works for you is fine. Any thread that you like better than other is just fine. Nothing, there's no quilt police, no rules. Be comfortable with what you have. Just saying what I use. So you are welcome, Sarah. I should have had that information better before we got started, but I'm just a little behind in everything this morning. Hello, Kino No Show, Darlene. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Danielle. Donnell, I probably said that wrong. I'm sorry. The ones I use are sharp enough. I also do my stitches with 2 hands, dominant hand underneath the quilt. Dominant hand. Okay, that's different, Kelly. My dominant hand is up on top, but whatever works. Like I say, everyone has their own method. I just do it the same as how I hand quilt, only using a bigger stitch, different needle, different thread. And you cannot load as many stitches on your needle as you can when you're hand quilting either. You won't be able to get it pulled through. So, hello, Katie. Welcome, welcome. Good morning. We are supposed to get rain again today. I think maybe a possible pop-up storm. Not as bad as what they were calling for yesterday, though. But yeah, it will probably be a wet afternoon or evening here. Right now, the sun is shining and it's nice, but I don't expect it to stay that way. And it'll probably get muggy because it's also supposed to be in the 80s today. So right now, there's a cool breeze, so it's nice and comfortable, but should be out in the flower beds working while it's cool, but that'll have to be done later. Had to be with all you wonderful ladies and gentlemen this morning instead. And June says she is working on a cross stitch pattern to hang on her military wall. Awesome. Awesome. Ooh, I would be interested in what it is, the pattern. I don't have a military wall. That's surprising. I mean, I have, the pictures of all my family members in their uniforms and stuff at different places throughout. Well, they're pretty much all in the same area, but yeah. I don't have a military wall. Goodness. That's going right through the seam allowance. Whoa. Really have to pull at that one. I'm surprised at how well I am able to see the chat. And I'm at the bottom here, so bury my knot underneath. And just come up farther away from it. And of course, yeah, broke off right at the tip of the needle. Luckily, it left enough, which means, yep, got too big a knot. Pull that back out, and I will work it through later since it's right at the bottom. If I can get it back up here. We will play with that later. All right. And now I got the thing in front of my trash can. I have some other cute patterns I know down here that I can share. This is a Blackberry Beck Roads. It says, I cannot count my day complete till needle thread and fabric meet. And that is a really cute embroidery pattern that I'll be working on soon, I hope. And Katie says that it is supposed to be nice today, ready for some sunshine. We've had huge amounts of rain and thunderstorms the last couple of weeks. Even had a tornado south of us Wednesday. Oh, wow. Yeah. Not nice. Kelly says that she loves hearing about everyone's projects. And hi back to everyone who said hi to me. Chat is going fast. Yes, it's going faster than usual. That's for sure. The pattern is called Changing Soldier by Stitching Jewels. It is monochromatic. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. And of course, I don't have a piece of paper by me handy to write that down quick. I'll have to go back and get that later. Changing Soldier by Stitching Jewels. Say it 3 times and you're supposed to be able to remember it, right? So one more time. Changing Soldier by Stitching Jewels. I'll have to look that up. Are the blocks sewn using the Acu Quilt Go 12.5 finished? I'm not sure what you're asking about, Charlotte. I don't know what blocks you are asking about. So, what stitch do you use for hand quilting quilts? A hand quilting stitch. I mean, it's just, it's how you hand quilt. It's called a hand quilting stitch. It's not a running stitch, which some people would refer to it as. It's similar, but a running stitch you do differently. I rock my needle up and down, and I keep it loose so that you can rock it. You don't put it tight in your hoop. But there will be a point in time when I will be doing a video that's closer up and a better camera angle that shows how I hand stitch, and we'll be showing not hand stitch, hand quilting. But yeah, it's just called a hand quilting stitch, and I do my stitches when I hand quilt are about 12 to 14 stitches per inch. So I do have a small, close together hand quilting stitch, but I have been hand quilting for a number of years. So Kelly says she will be right back. I'm going to get breakfast. All right, Kelly, no problem. Charging Soldier. Okay. I almost said that when I was looking at it the one time, but okay, Charging Soldier. Gotcha. It's the Stitching Jewels, I'll forget. Okay, wonderful. Thank you, Jane. Yeah. Just as in anything else, you find a way that you are comfortable with hand quilting, and that is the way you go. You never want to think that you can start out with small stitches. They will come as you get used to it and practice. And the one thing that to remember in hand quilting, even when you are experienced at hand quilting, is to always have a little practice piece. And first thing in the morning or before you are going to pick up your hand quilting for the day, always do some stitching on that practice piece first, because your first stitches of the day are not consistent and good stitches. So you want to warm up on that little practice piece and then go to back to your regular work that you are doing in your hand quilting, so that you have nice consistent stitches. And the important thing in hand quilting to remember is it's not so much about the size of your stitches, but the consistency of your stitches. Having a consistent stitch length in whatever length you are comfortable doing. Good morning, Laura. Welcome, Laura. Good morning. Are you at work? If you cut a 12-inch block using the AccuQuilt Go, will it finish 12 or 12 and a half? Charlotte, I do not have an AccuQuilt Go. I have never used one, so I cannot reliably answer that question. I would think that the Quilt Go, if it's saying that it's for a 12-inch block, it would be unfinished at 12 and a half. So I would assume it would be cutting a 12 and a half so that it would finish at 12. But I've never used one, so I don't know. Thank you, Kathy. Yeah, nope, I don't have one, and I will not be getting an AccuQuilt Go. I do not have the room for one. I have too much stuff, and I do have a different die cutter that I use for what I need it for. I cut all my fabric by hand. I don't use a die cutter for cutting my fabrics. Okay, back. Special K with berries for breakfast. Well, that sounds like a good, healthy breakfast, Kelly. Yummy. Hello, Gisela. Welcome, welcome. Good morning, good morning. Can you tell I'm in a rocker? I can't sit still when I'm in a rocker. I just noticed that I'm sitting here rocking back and forth. You can tell I'm comfortable. Okay, so now I need to cut more thread, and I could not find the yeah, the needle threader that I normally use. So I'm hoping the one I pulled out is going to work. We shall find out. We shall find out here very quickly. Which the problem with a lot of needle threaders is it won't go through, which this one is going to give me fits because it's all bent out of shape. Gotta get the end back down to the size it's supposed to be. And it's not wanting to cooperate with me. So we might have to pull out a different one. But the ones that I needed and wanted were, yeah, come on. Hands aren't cooperating this morning either. But we got it through there. So yeah, I'm using a needle threader to get this through because I would never get this through otherwise. Especially not this morning. And I am using just a little bit longer thread than I would normally do. I cut that a little bit on the long side. And we've got that down. Let's see if I'm going to be able to reach up there. I am. So I go off to the side, and I know you can't see what I'm doing, but you do start and then bury your thread, and we'll hope it doesn't break on me this time. When you heard that pop, that's when it popped through the fabric and went in between. It's in between the layers so that you never ever see the knot. That's how you do it in hand quilting. And now we have to get to a comfortable spot so I'm not with my nose in the up in the camera while I'm working my way down here. And as I get down farther, you may be able to see how I rock up and down, and I use my thumb, the fingernail on my thumb, to make the needle come up where I want it to. We got caught down on a pin down here. I usually sit with my legs crossed. I'm working with a lap hoop. This is sitting on my lap and supporting it so that I don't have to hold my hoop with both hands. It is supported, and I have both hands free to be able to have the one underneath to feel my needle as it comes through and pop it back up to the top. And like I say, my thumb nail on the top is pretty much controlling so that the needle comes back up where I want it to. And if you had it tight in your hoop, you would not be able to rock your needle like that. That is the important thing to remember. How fast did we go by there? Good morning, Gisela, to make sure I didn't miss anything. We wish Terry, and here we wish for thunderstorms because we need rain. Well, I wish you rain, but not thunderstorms. Good morning, Beverly, and everyone, Donna says. Let me see. Yes, Lorraine is telling Charlotte that the die should say on it. Yes, it should have instructions and directions on it, I would think. And everyone's still saying hello, hello, hello. Which when I am teaching people to hand quilt, the one thing that I say and about how when you put it in your hoop, when you first put it in your hoop, you do have it tight so that you're making sure that and you take your hand on the bottom, make sure that there are no creases or wrinkles or anything in it while it is pulled tight. But then you take your hand and you put it in the middle and you push down so that you loosen that and loosen the tension on it. And you can see, like I said, so that you're able to go. It should be like a little cat came and laid on it and took a nap. That's how I say, just like the cat laid there, So now it's loose so that you can rock and you can have it loose to be able to control your stitches. And I got to pop it back up there because I can't quilt with it straight like that. But yeah, and of course you're using your middle finger with the thimble on it. That was supposed to be my small stitch, not my big stitch. Remember where I'm at here. And I have the little rubber tip on my index finger because it helps pull the needle through. But once you get used to hand quilting, it is very calming and relaxing. Very, very, very therapeutic. And it's portable. You can take it wherever you go. But I don't know if I hold this up, if you'll be able to see any of the stitches on there or not, which the marks are the marking for what I'm going to be quilting. But that is big stitch quilting. This is the part over here that's done, not this over here. So, but hopefully you can see that. And do we need to look at what time it is? Because my clock that I normally look at is over on the desk area. Are you using a double thread? No, it is just a single thread. No double thread in hand quilting. I love a good crackling storm, but that means lightning, which will start forest fires. That is true. That is true. How big do you do the stitches? For big stitch quilting, which is what I'm doing on this one, your stitches should be like a 1/4 inch in length, and then you have an 1/8 of an inch space in between them. And so your top stitch is the 1/4 inch, coming down to the bottom is the 1/8 inch, and then back up. Looks great, Jean. Thank you. Your stitches are very neat. Mine get a little crazy sometimes. That's where the warming up before you go to your regular project is what you want to do, because you will get some, and everybody gets crazy stitches sometimes, but yeah, I've been hand quilting for I've been quilting for almost 40 years. So I started out hand quilting then, but I mean really, really, really hand quilting for, yeah, over 20 years. So Gisela wants to know how you are doing today, Kathy. How are you doing, Gisela? I hope you are doing better. I know you you fell the last time, as I recall, that when you were on, was that Thursday? I'm not exactly sure. I can't remember what day that was, but I know you took another little tumble, didn't you? I hope you're doing better. Where stitches can get a little crazy is at a seam allowance. So I always give myself grace when you come to a seam allowance, because sometimes your stitch ends right where it should be, where that seam allowance is. I will actually work the needle through that seam allowance instead and do a little cheat stitch on top, which, if you don't know what a cheat stitch is, you just make it you do it in the top, not all the way through the layers, so it looks like you put the stitch there and it actually did not go all the way through, but you are sliding your needle through it. Whoops, got a knot. Hate when that happens. Get that out. It twisted and the thread knotted on me, but it came out. And that's how you can make it still look neat where you run into a seam allowance, if you understand what I just said there. One stitch not made going all the way through all the layers is not going to make your quilt come apart. So that is how, when you come to a seam allowance, if your stitch ends up right there where it should be, is just do kind of like a little back stitch going through just the top layer, and it will appear that you still have your quilting stitch there. That's a little secret. The quilt I'm doing big stitch on is a medallion and is very geometric, so the organicness of the stitches are kind of complementing it. Well, doesn't that work out well that way, Kelly? And Gisela says that she's a little better, but it will take time. Slowly. Yes. I'm so sorry. Still prayers for you for healing, and that it heals as quickly as possible. And she says it's hot there, but I can't go into the pool. Oh, that's too bad. That's too bad. I miss having a pool on certain days. We had one for a while in our backyard, but then we got rid of it. Not that I would be able to get in one now anyway. I don't know. It would take a forklift to get me in and out. So I don't think we're going to invest in a forklift to see. I'm right at a seam allowance now, but I can't do what I was just saying. So yeah, that's the face I'm making, trying to push my needle. It's like, grit your teeth to, especially when you're doing a larger needle. It's really, can be tough to get through that seam allowance once in a while. We only have an above ground small. Yes, that's what, well, yeah, it was a small. I think it was, I forget. Oh, like 18, an 18-foot round above ground. But I would not be able to get up and down the ladder to get in and out now, so. And I can't step over one that's, shorter than that either, since we don't have a bathtub because I can't get in and out of a bathtub. So my pool days are over. And that's okay. Maybe I'll set up a lawn chair with a sprinkler on those really hot days. Thank you. You teach us so well. You explain so good. Oh, well, thank you, Donna. I try. And my other safety pins down here, because I don't thread based, I use the curved safety pins. My thread is getting caught on the ones farther down on the quilt, which I guess I wouldn't really call this a quilt. It's just a section that is going to be put together to make the tote section that I showed earlier on the pattern that this is actually for, but it's a primitive pattern, but I want mine to of course match the colors in my cottage. So whoops, Jean, I keep forgetting that I'm doing big stitch and regular and trying to put more stitches on the needle than I'll be able to pull through, and I have to not quite getting them large enough sometimes either. But I've had this project setting off to the side for a while, and I decided it was a better lap size to be able to do than having a full, well, it was actually a king size quilt in my lap and try and deal with it while I'm doing this. Is there any special size needle to use for hand quilting? Yes. Oh, I better go up to the top. I'll answer that and then go back up. They are called betweens, not sharps. Betweens is what you use for quilting. And you can use anywhere from a size 9 to a size 12. The smaller the number, the bigger the needle in length and thickness. And then going up to the size 12, that is a shorter needle. When you start out with hand quilting, you'll want to use a 9 or a 10 and then work your way up to what you are comfortable with. I use a 12 or an 11 because you can get a smaller stitch the smaller needle that you use. And you won't want to start out with it. You'll want to adjust and get used to that. Okay, I have used needle nose pliers to pull my needle through when hand quilting. Yeah, sometimes it feels like you need that. But why can't you get into the tub? Because I have had both knees replaced and both hips replaced, and I have back problems also. So I cannot get in and out of a tub. That is why. Is there a special? I answered that one. Okay, my daughter's pool is surrounded by a deck so I can jump in. LOL or fall in. I like that, Terry. Whichever works best. I can actually walk down the ladder to get in. I was being funny. Oh, I guess somebody could push me in and pull me out. I don't know. And I love to swim. I love to swim. I am a fish at heart when it comes to water. Great. Are you sure they don't throw you in? Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, sorry. Hubby has had his knees done too. Yeah, I actually, before I had the left one done first, which the left one has actually been replaced twice. But before I ever had the first knee replacement, I actually had 14 knee surgeries before that on that knee. So, and it's been just a little over a year since I had the right one done, and it's only been 9 months since I had both hips replaced. And of course, as you know, when I had the second hip replaced is when I had the nerve damage, and now I have no feeling in my right foot, and plus all the nerve pain associated with it. But that's okay. They know if they throw me in, I will be quite upset, so they don't dare. And Kelly says, bye, girls. I have to go get some work done. See y'all all around. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you. Thank you. I have a lot of work to get done. I'll never catch up, unfortunately. They are allowed to push me in if I say, push me in. That's it. You are too funny this morning, Terry. Oh. And okay, we are caught up. So I'll see if I can get some more stitches in, but I also need to see what time it is. Yep, we got time yet. Yeah, it would be nice if I could actually stay focused on this project for a while and at least get this part done and get all the embroidery at least traced onto the fabric for that, so I could start working on the embroidery part of it. And I am loading too many stitches right now on my needle. You'll know when you do that because it doesn't bend as well, and that is when which I got it through, but it's sometimes it's like, whoa, yeah, you feel like you need a pliers to get that to come through. Did I miss Christine? Somebody is saying good morning, Christine. There she is. I missed the coffee. Got up to an empty house and scrubbed the kitchen. Oh, wow. That would be great. Speaking of coffee, before mine gets totally cold, we shall have a drink. Wet the whistle, as they say. Please, yes, if you haven't given the thumbs up, please do so. Thank you, thank you. Well, they can't be in the chat if they're not subscribed, but thank you, Terry. I haven't said it's subscribers only, so they have to be subscribed to be in the live chat. Doing good until I go outside. 97% humidity. Rain is coming, they said. Yes, it is. It is here too, which it is. It's only 73 here right now, but it is supposed to get warmer. And Donna is saying hello to everyone. Did you just pop on? Or are you saying hello to the new ones? I thought I saw you earlier, Donna. Maybe not, but welcome. Yep, that's okay, Terry. No problem. Yep. I do that to keep some of those people that start with the big T. Try to control them popping into the chat that way. They could be watching even if they aren't subscribed. Yes, they can be watching and they can wait the amount of time that I have it set for, and then they'll be able to be in the live chat. Yes. They would be, over. They just can't get into the live chat, but they can definitely be watching. 91 here now, headed to 98. Are you serious? I guess I don't look up there and see that, and no, it doesn't even say that close to close to what I'm seeing. So I guess I would have to refresh for that, because no, it's not showing that number on mine. So thank you for letting me know that. Good morning, good morning. That's what I was going to say. I don't think. Oh, 91 degrees here, headed to 90. I was going to say, yeah, it says 33 and there's 26. 26 thumbs up. So there's just a few missing. Hey, if you like it, give it the thumbs up. If you don't give it the thumbs up. Just please don't give me a thumbs down. Oh, hello, Carol. Welcome, welcome. Good morning to you. Yeah, I don't know that I've ever seen a thumbs down yet. That would be a little discouraging, I guess. But hey, that's all right too. If there's something you don't like and you really want to give a thumbs down, that's your prerogative. I will not be offended. It means I will try to improve. Is that what they say? Yeah, we don't want to get that thumbs down. That means we're not doing something right. Or somebody hit it by mistake. We can always think that too. Oh, they just meant to hit the thumbs up and that got the thumbs down instead. Oh. But going in afterwards and doing a thumbs up again, or the giving just a heart in the comments really helps content creators. And that really helps on the algorithms in getting YouTube to get our videos and lives out there. Almost down a second row, which did good. Did good this morning. Knock on wood. Okay. Oh, wrong wood. This is wood. We'll knock over there. This is wood over here. Okay. Ouch. Knocked a little too hard. Oh, good morning, Donna Hoffler. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for coming on. I'm trying to see now. It's going fast again. Have to go get some dinner. Bye, everyone. Bye-bye, Gisela. Thank you for popping on. Have a good dinner. I'll see you later, I'm sure. Okay. We are caught up. My dog has learned a new trick. That I didn't teach. When my alarm goes off, he stands outside my bedroom door and barks until I open the door. Oh, it's a good one. Mine's learned a new trick too. It's called Make Mom Get Some Exercise, because she comes out now and I have no idea. I mean, she used to come out and bark at the door to be let in the cottage. Now she comes and she barks at the door. The minute I open the door, she turns around and runs back to the house, in the doggy door, and all the way to her bed. But yet she still wants out here. So I have to go all the way after her and pick her up and carry her out here. So I don't really know what she is trying to do. I don't know if I know that she is losing her sight. She's losing her hearing. She's 15 years old. When she first started doing it, I said, I think she's got dementia. She forgot what she came out here for and turns around and runs back. But I don't know. I do not understand it, but it's not nice. I get frustrated because it's like, I don't want to walk all the way back in the house to get her. It's like, come on, let's quit playing that game. Not a fun game, but it does get me up and exercise. So maybe she's doing her part that way, saying, Mom, you've been out there sitting too long. I'm going to come out, I'm going to make you get up, and I'm going to make you walk farther than you wanted to. Oh, If only dogs could talk, right? And cats and all pets. Let us know what's really on their mind. Maybe we don't want to know always what's on their mind either, though. Uh, which big stitch quilting is also, to me anyway, I keep catching my other thread that I left down there, is a lot slower than regular hand quilting. I'm going to run into this safety pin down here. So we're going to remove that. Set it up there. Which I'll try and turn this. Where I keep reaching back there is where I have everything set up. Right there for when I'm doing hand stitching sitting here. So my scissors and threads and everything are right there. And my coffee cup. And that's a picture of my mom when she was a little girl. Looks just like me. But it is my mother. Let's see if we got that back in the same position. Okay, I'm looking at the clock again. Sorry. Polly. No, it's Pamela. That I was thinking. Maybe she wants you in the house with her. I know, that's what my husband said. She may want me to she sleeps in my bed, and I'm thinking, well, maybe she's wanting me to come in and go to bed so she can get up in the bed, because there's no way she can get up in our bed. She's just a tiny little thing. She only weighs 5 pounds something. So we have a high bed and a thick mattress. There's no way she can jump up there, and she shouldn't be and can't jump down either. So and Christine says it's only bad when the alarm is a suggestion to get up. Yeah, it's that first one that you hit the snooze, right? It's funny, I have a new phone, and when mine goes off, it's like you can never sometimes try and tap it, and then it's no, you got to slide it up, and the finger doesn't always want to work the right way early in the morning, which mine is, I don't get up by an alarm. And I don't even know why. Oh, I know why I have it. I have it set because I need to take medication at that time. But yeah. So I was going to say, yeah, I don't use it to get up. I'm up way before I need to be up. So no alarm needed for that. That's for sure. I might have to sit here longer today and work on this. Leave the laptop over here. I've got a rhythm going now. See, I've worked long enough that I'm warmed up, so now I have my rhythm going good. It would be nice at least get all the one direction done on this. Then I have to go back and go the other direction. I'm doing a diagonal grid for my pattern across it. Haven't used an alarm since high school, and that was a lot of years ago. Oh, you notice how I said I enunciated a lot of years ago? I was thinking of myself. Yes, that was several. In fact, our 50th class reunion. Is that right? Yes, it's our 50th class reunion this year. No, I will not be going because it's too many miles for me to go, and of course hubby can't travel, so I will not be going to our 50th class reunion. It's too bad with the way things are now that they don't come up with something virtual for the ones that can't attend. That would be nice. Wow. Slipped right out of my fingers. That's not quite what I wanted to happen, but it's all right. I'm trying to bury my knot this time without the thread breaking as it wraps around. And why did you do that? Get out of the way. Come on. Got it. Got it. Got it. I laid my scissors up where they don't belong. That's why I couldn't see them. They're supposed to be on the other side. Okay. Good morning, Brenda. And Donnell says, I have alarms set to wake me up even on weekends. My days off from work, but that is so I can have my me time, sewing and quiet. Yeah. Good idea. And I can totally understand that. If you have others in the house, you need that me time. Good morning, good morning. And it is 11:53. So I got to the end of that row on a good schedule there because it is time to wrap it up. Say goodbye to everyone, and everyone that wants to say goodbye in the chat, give you a little time. Hello, Mona. You're popping on a little bit late, but that's okay. Thank you for popping in. This is just my short live on the Mondays. It's just the short, casual, regular live just to sit and chat, share some stitching time and coffee, tea, whatever you drink together, and have a little chat. So that's what this one is. My longer one, of course, is on Fridays from 10 to 2, and that is the new format for that. So pop on if you haven't been on that one yet. It is a totally different format, a structured, more showing something to do, having guests up at time, some interviews with people in the works, doing, what does it say, like a block of the month, an embroidery stitch of the week, a crochet stitch of the week, and making a crocheted sampler Afghan. Some things like that are in the plans for doing that. And that is why it is the longer period of time to be able to get some teaching and working on things together on in that. And like I say, having interviews from time to time and guests up with me from time to time. I love the quilt behind you. Thank you. That was one that was actually designed in EQ8 and was a quilt along in my Facebook group, which I think there's a lot of you in here that are in my Facebook group. But if you aren't and you're interested, that link will also be in the description box below after I get off the live. And the name of my Facebook group is Friends of Captain Stitch's Quilting Stitching Bee. So there is that. It would look great in my bed. Well, on your bed, I'm sure. It's not, you would have to have a small bed. It's not really a bed size. It's a large wall hanging, or it would be, I guess I don't think it would fit a twin bed, but it's more of a couch lap throw size, Mona. How do you want it? Email me. Okay, there must have been something up there I missed. I must have missed something up there, but okay. Full. Yep, nope, it will not even come close to fitting your bed, Mona, but you could wrap up on the couch. But I'm just saying, it is the colors of my cottage, so I think it's staying out here. But you could very easily make one of your own, though, Mona. This is an easy pattern, beginner friendly. and it is in the files. The pattern is still in the files, will always be in the files in my Facebook group. So you can get it there if you want to give it a try. And there's even some videos along the way that explain some of the process of making it. But anyway, it's time for me to get off here. Thank you everyone for popping on and sharing your morning with me. I really appreciate it. I hope you all have a great day, and I hope you have happy stitching. And remember, in the meantime, as always, I can keep you in stitches. So, bye-bye. Take care, everyone. See you next time.